Based on the comments and the feedback that I've been getting from this series, I know that I'm on the right track and I know that I'm being obedient. And I also want to dive deeper into the topics that you all need the most. So this is where I need your help. Hey, beautiful people. It is Ariel here for My Healing Prescription, a soft place to land for all things healing, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, socially, and financially too. Welcome back to another episode of Let Her Cook, a pruning season series where God is removing what no longer serves me, quieting my distractions, and refining my character so that I can sustain every single thing that I've been praying for. Again, this is not punishment. It's just preparation, y'all. And instead of me isolating and rejecting this, I'm deciding to walk through it. And I want y'all to walk through it with me, okay? So today's episode is going to be a little different. I want to show love for you all for giving me the love during this pruning season series. This has been a time where I honestly want to disappear every single day. Okay, because it's a challenge for me to be so vulnerable and so authentic in front of the camera. Crying on camera is crazy, y'all, but I've received so much love from just sharing where my head is at and sharing my heart. And I just want to say thank you for everyone who has watched from day one to now. I want to say thank you. Even if I caught you in the middle and you saw me on day 15 and you wanted to just say, hey, you all have been blessing me more than you know. I've received so much good feedback and I want to share a few things with you all if that's cool. There were so many comments that said, thank you for sharing this. Thank you for being obedient. Thank you for listening to God and posting something like this. This has blessed me so much. I've had so many people shed light on different ways of how they read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, or some of the revelations that they've been experiencing and that they received from reading the Bible. You all have shared your favorite scriptures and your favorite encouragement for me, and I can't thank you all enough. So it's definitely safe to say that I'm not the only one going through this, and this is God ordained for me to be creating a series like this. I've also had someone who said that he was a grown man who dealt with people who had zero vulnerability and transparency that he dealt with on a daily basis. And he said it's always inauthentic and performative. But he said, what you're saying is literally what I'm going through and what I see in others. And he said, I articulated it from the heart. Then he added that apparently it's a superpower. And basically he told me, find strength in it. And I appreciate comments like that so much because sometimes you feel silly crying on camera. Sometimes you feel silly like you're the only one going through something, but you all have been speaking so much life into me in this season that I have no choice but to believe that God is in the middle of all of this. My goal of starting this was for me to not isolate myself and to find my community of people so I'm not going through this by myself. And I think I found just that. I've gotten so much great feedback and I honestly want to make sure that I'm staying on task. And so this is where I need you all to help because I want to ask a few questions about where your head is at. Let's do a self-awareness check as far as where you are in this pruning season. And I want to just talk about what topics you want me to discuss moving forward because we're headed into phase 3 and phase 3 is going to be all about that action. Okay, phase 3 is going to be me shedding more light on exercises and things that we can actually do to make sure that we are taking full advantage of this pruning season and not letting it pass us by. Like phase 3 is going to be all about active participation and our faith being activated. So as you know, it is day 17. So this is more than halfway done with this pruning season series. I planned on having a 30-day straight conversation about all things faith and all things pruning. And we are more than halfway there. So I wanted to do a check-in just to see where our head was at. So I have 3 questions that I would like to ask you all to basically pause, reflect, and focus on where you are spiritually when it comes down to this pruning season. Okay. So for my first question, which stage of this pruning season do you feel like you're currently in? And what has been the hardest for you so far? And out of all of my videos, day 1 through day 16, which videos hit the most and why? So these are questions that you can comment down below. Tell me how you feeling. I would love that feedback. Or you can just do a little bit of self-reflection and figure out, okay, I did like that video. I did like how she talked about trust issues with God because I've gotten a lot of feedback and based on my analytics, I'm trying to also see what topics are hitting home the most, but I also won't know until you all share. So sharing is caring, okay? And even in these spaces where we're still in the pruning season, the season is not over for a lot of us. So The fact that you are still sitting here watching these videos and tuning in lets me know and lets God know that you're still making a decision to move forward. Sometimes that is the hardest part about the pruning season, is making that conscious decision to move forward. Being intentional about your movement, because it's way too easy to sit still. It's way too easy to freeze and not want to do anything. But from experience, I think we all know that sitting still and doing nothing kind of makes things worse in this type of pruning season. So I want you to drop a comment below. Let me know what stage you're in. If you have any questions, let me know what topics you want me to discuss more and tap into more. I know we've talked about a lot in this season and a lot in this series, but I want to make sure that I'm on topic and on task and still being obedient and letting you all in on what you want to hear most. So that could be stories, that could be encouragement, or that can even be the videos where I give actionable steps as far as your faith or how to build a relationship with God. For the next part of this series, we'll be digging into phase 3. So phase 3 is all about action and obedience and breakthrough. And I'm even going to tap into forgiveness a little bit, because that's also a major part of moving forward, making sure we're not bound to our past. But I want to make sure it hits where you're at and not just you feeling alone in this journey. The point is to show you all that you're not alone. We're riding this wave out together. So I want to make sure we do that, because this series is about walking with God in real time, not perfection nor performance. So comment below. Let me know what's working for you. Let me know which part is the hardest and what you need from me in this pruning season series. I read every single comment. So know that this is a conversation. This is not just me telling y'all what to do or preaching to you all and preaching at you all. This is us having a conversation and going through the wave and riding the wave together. We are halfway through, but the transformation is not done yet. So let's make sure we continue this journey together. Is that cool? And if you know somebody who is in a pruning season, make sure you tag them, send them the video, send them the playlist so that they can get the information they need during this season, because this is not one you want to go through by yourself. Y'all already know what that feels like. So if you have somebody who is going through something similar, send them the video as a resource. You never know what's going to help people and bless people. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a little gentle reminder for International Women's Day. So make sure you all tap into that. And I appreciate you all for rocking with me during this pruning season series. And again, make sure y'all comment below and tell me what y'all need so I can create the videos. I appreciate y'all so much. And I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. International Women's Day is tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in for a little word of encouragement. Okay, I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Peace.